Hey, and namaste. I'm Zay with Xude Yoga, an affirming space for you to heal out loud. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you again for showing up for yourself. This week, we're going to be doing a morning flow to get you energized and focused. We're going to focus on quicker pace movements, and we're also going to do a little balancing asana towards the end. So roll out your mat, get yourself situated, take a few deep breaths, and let's get into the flow. All right, so let's actually start off on our hands and knees, coming into a neutral spine, making sure everything is stacked, focusing on alignment. The tops of the feet are planted into the earth, and from here, maybe doing some cat-cows. Working on moving the vital energy throughout the spine. Becoming back into a neutral spine, bringing the shoulder towards the hip, looking over the shoulder. Stretching out the side of the body, stretching out the side of the neck. And now when you're ready, coming back into a neutral spine, we're going to work on the wrist. So we're going to flip the hands over. The fingertips are going to face each other, and we're going to stack the shoulders on top of the wrist. Now from here, pressing the fingernails into the earth and then beginning to rotate the shoulders in circles around the wrist. Being very gentle, taking your time. The focus comes in when you tune into the breath and unifying the breath with the movements. Beginning to rotate in the other direction. Now when you're ready, flipping the hands over, the fingertips are going to face outward, the wrists facing each other. The wrists are about 5 to 6 inches apart. Gripping the fingertips into the mat and doing the same thing like we did on the other side, rotating the shoulders around the wrists. Being very intentional with each rotation, being very gentle with yourself. Beginning to rotate in the other direction. Now when you're ready, sitting on the heels, keeping the knees outward, bringing the hands up in front of you and just rotating the wrist. This really helps if you have a desk job or if you're just typing a lot or using your hands. Doing this asana every morning, every day will really help with any tension, and just there'll be more ease. All right, and then just flinging out the wrists. All right, now coming back into a neutral spine. You're going to place the tops of the feet into the earth, grip the fingertips into the mat, finding your alignment, and then from here, pressing into the tops of the feet as you lift your knees, activating the abs, maybe drawing the crown forward a bit. Holding here for a couple breaths. Inhale, coming into a downward facing dog. Finding your center point, which is the hips. Maybe pressing the heels closer towards the earth. Drawing the shoulders back and the chest towards the toes. Taking a few breaths here. You have the option to do some toe raises by lifting the heels. Doing a few of these following your breath. Inhale, coming into a plank, holding here, pressing the mat away from the body. Maybe you're beginning to sweat, knowing that you are cleansing, you are detoxing. As you exhale, lower the knees and drawing the crown upward towards the sky. The shoulders draw back. The hips begin to sink closer towards the earth. Maybe you can bring the chin to each shoulder, stretching out the side of the neck. You're going to be rotating the crown in circles. Doing what feels good to you. From here, we're going to fold the toes back over, lifting the knees and coming back into a downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bringing the left hand to the inside of the right ankle as you twist, focusing the gaze on the right elbow, pressing into the fingertips, maybe taking a slight bend in the knees. A few breaths here. Pressing the heels closer towards the earth. Exhale, placing the left hand in front of you. Pedaling out the knees, maybe moving the hips from left to right. So doing the same thing on the other side, maybe taking a slight bend in the knees. You're going to take the right hand, bringing it to the inside of the left ankle as you pull on the ankle and twist, focusing the gaze on the left elbow, pressing into the fingertips. A couple more breaths. Bring the heels closer towards the mat. Exhale, bringing the right hand out in front of you, pedaling out once more. All right, so from here, coming back into a high plank, holding here, keeping and creating a flat spine. Exhale, lowering the knees, coming back into a cobra for the last time. Crown extends upward, shoulders draw back, the hips begin to sink towards the earth. Maybe even drawing the crown back towards the toes. Tucking the chin into the chest. Coming back into a child's pose. Bringing the knees outward, the toes together, And folding forward, resting the third eye on the mat, bringing the arms out in front of you or to the side. And I love to rock my third eye from left to right, to massage the space, to bring clarity, to bring focus, to bring ease. Now when you're ready, we're going to come back up into a tabletop. So finding your way there. And while here, this is where we're going to be doing our last asana, which is a balance sequence or a balance asana. So first, we're going to bring the left arm out in front and kick the right leg back, keeping the toes pointed towards the earth and the hips square. Breathing here. Inhale, bringing the left elbow to the right knee, curling the spine, and kicking back. Doing this a few times on your own, really activating the abs. One last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the left hand down, the right knee down, moving the hips from left to right. Maybe doing some cat-cows or creating circles with the hips and circles with the top of the head. So the same thing on the other side. So we're going to bring the right arm out in front, let's make sure everything's aligned first. The shoulders on top of the wrists, the hips on top of the knees, tops of the feet planted. Bringing the right arm out in front of you, the left leg comes back. Pointing the toes down towards the mat, really reaching the right arm out, drawing the crown with it. Inhale, bringing the right elbow to the left knee. Exhale. Doing this a few times on your own. Really focusing on your posture, focusing on the alignment, moving slowly and extending. One last one. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Bringing the right hand down, the left knee down with it. Maybe doing some cat-cows and just moving the spine. Getting some energy created in these spaces. Getting energy to move with ease through the body. From here, just sitting on the back of the heels, you can come into a child's pose and stay here for as long as you need to. You can pause the video and do your own flow. It's your practice. If you're ready, you can come into a comfortable seat, placing the hands on the knees or bringing them to the heart. Taking a few deep inhales and exhales. Allowing the inhales to energize the body. And the exhale to cleanse the body. Thank you for finding the time to show up for yourself, to tune into yourself, to become one with the breath, to become one with the body. Thank you for choosing movement. Thank you for choosing this practice. Thank you for allowing me to shine my light. And until next time, namaste.